We go back to the well with WNBA, going 3-1 on our first video. Let's go back for some more. Let's go. Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's Craig Ben, aka Cash Cake, back with a WNBA Prize Picks video. You guys have been saying you want some of these, so dug into it, got some research going, pulling in some stats so it's easier for me to read this stuff. Found 4 more picks. Again, we went 3-1 yesterday. We really should have hit the Ryan Howard over, but she just shot so horribly. I think it was 5 for 18 or something. But hey, went 3-1. I'll take that any day of the week. Got 4 more plays for you here. We'll dive right into that. But hey, if you want to see more of these WNBA videos and me to continue to knock these out, do me a favor, hit that like button for me, subscribe to the channel, and I'll do my best to keep knocking these videos out and hopefully to help you in your research process. Let's go. All right, we have Prize Picks WNBA. 4 picks for you here on Hump Day. And yeah, we're going to talk about each 4 of those. Again, did pretty well yesterday. Hopefully we can continue this. And let me know what some of your favorite plays are in the bottom. You know, I'm kind of new to this, but I can definitely see how some of these lines could be soft. Not enough, you know, not a ton of information out there. So I do think there's an edge to be had for sure. So first one we're going to talk about here. I think there's a lot of ways you can go with this player, but I'm going to go rebounds. I think there's a lot of ways you can go with her, but Alyssa Thomas, we're going to go over 8.5 rebounds for her. Like I said, I think there's a lot of ways you can go here, but the big thing that stuck out for me was first, Indiana is ranked last in defensive rebound percentage. She's playing a ton of minutes. She's averaging 35 minutes over her last 5. She had some games up and down before that, but these last 5 averaged 35 minutes a game, which is really big. Putting up, you know, 10, 11, 12, 10, 11 rebounds. So just absolutely eating up the ball down there. And a lot of those are defensive rebounds. So I think that does really well. Now she's played Indiana twice this year and has come up short with 7 and 6 rebounds. However, that second game back on the 22nd, she only played 27 minutes here. So she's kind of coming into her own here. And it's something that I think we can take advantage of. As long as she's playing those heavy 35 minutes, I think we can take the over on this. We're going to take the over on Alyssa Thomas, 8.5 rebounds. Second one we're going to look at, we're going to go over to points. We're going to go down to Brianna Jones. We're going to take the over on her 11.5 points. Kind of giving her a look here. She's hit this mark in 8 of her last 10 games. Now, the minutes have been up and down. It looks like one of the games, that she missed against Indiana, she only played 14 minutes that game. So I'm going to kind of throw that one out the window. But before that, like I said, 8 out of 10 games. She's played 25, 29, and 34 minutes over these last 3 games. She's went over this in 4 of the last 5 as well. Looking at what she's done against Indiana, again, only played 14 minutes in that first game, only put up 11 points. But then back on the 22nd of May, she put up 18 points in 29 minutes. And I think we're going to see more of that. The shot volume is going to be there as well. Over the last 10 games. She's shooting just shy of 10 shots a game, averaging about 9 shots a game here over her last 5 games. I think we'll see something similar to that. So 11.5 points feels like she can get there. So Brianna Jones, we're going to go over the 11.5 points for her. The third one we're going to look at here, I think you can go either way on this one. Points, rebounds, and assist, or fantasy score. Depends on what you want to go here. But we're going to go to Queen Egbo here. We're going to go over 12.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Or we're going to go over, I think it's 19.5, fantasy score. Either one of these I think you can look at taking. If we see what she's done, she's hit this mark in 8 of her last 10 games for over 12.5 points, rebounds, and assists. She's played Connecticut here twice. Only put up 11 in the first game on May 20th, but only played 21 minutes. Played 23 minutes on May 22nd and put up 19. And she does just a little bit of everything. Does a little bit of scoring. You know, if we look at the last 5 games of her scoring, she's put up 10, 6, 2, 10, and 6. You know, the rebounds as well. This is another one if you want to go look at taking the rebounds. I think the rebounds are at 5.5, but she's cleared this as well over the last 5 games: 8, 2, 10, 6, and 8. And then going to give you a assister there every now and then, but mostly it's the rebounds and assists that's going to get you there. So I think you can take this, like I said, over fantasy score, over points, rebounds, and assists, whatever one you feel most comfortable in. I think you can dive into. So we're going to take the Queen over 12.5 points, rebounds, and assist here. And then the last one I was looking at, I was looking at going back to points, and I think you can look at where's she at? Victoria Vivian's. We can look at over 10.5 points for her. So if we dig into her, what she's done over the last 10 games, she's hit this over 8 of the last 10 games as well. She's averaging 32 minutes over her last 5 and 31 over her last 10. So very consistent. She's played UConn twice this year, back on May 20th, where she's put up 15 points. And then again on May 22nd, she put up 15 points again. So very consistent there. Shot volume as well, looking at that. She's averaged just around 13 shots over her last 5 games. So the volume's going to be there. Does shoot a ton of threes. Has put up, you know, in the last 3 games, 7 threes. But she's averaging about 6.5 threes over her last 5 games and 6 over her last 10. That's where she's going to shoot the ball a ton here. So as long as the minutes are there and the shot volume is going to be there. The 2 games that she struggled against was one of the best defensive teams in the WNBA with Atlanta. So she struggled against them, has done well against UConn and the rest of the league. I think there's no reason why she can't go out here and have a bounce back spot from that game against Atlanta and come back and get over this 10.5 point mark. So I do like Victoria here at over 10.5 points. So the ones I'm kind of looking at here, if I had to rank these, I'd probably take Alyssa Thomas as number 1. Then I would look at taking probably Victoria Vivian's as number 2. Then the Queen, number 3, and then Brianna Jones, number 4. But I like all those. We're going to look at a few more that maybe we can, you know, take a shot at. Like I said, if you wanted to play more of Alyssa Thomas's stuff as well, I think you can play it almost everywhere. 27.5 points, rebounds, and assists. She's went over this every time. I still prefer the rebounds, but she does a little bit of everything. So if you want to take that one, she continues to crush there. You know, even if you want to play the assists on their own, I think it's a little high, but 5.5, you could take a shot there as well. I think there's a lot of things you can do with Alyssa Thomas's props here. It just depends on what route you want to go here. So just kind of mix and match these around. But these are the 4 that I'm going to be on. Hopefully we can, you know, put up a good score like we did yesterday. And again, if you like these videos, hit that like button on your way out. And I will see you on the flip side. Enjoy your hump day. Deuces.